Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's Skyrim! Finally get to talk about it. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
Dragons!
Today is the 15th of November. It is a Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about Skyrim.
Yeah!
We are changing up our format just a little bit.
Right.
We're, instead of doing animes, we're going to do games on Tuesday so we can get them to you quicker.
Yeah.
And then we'll
A lot of people like video games.
move anime to Thursday, and then Friday's going to be our movie. So, that's it.
Yep.
Anyway, so Skyrim.
Skyrim! Oh, before I get into Skyrim, Jason, happy birthday. It's my brother's birthday. Hey, happy birthday. Yay! Anyway, Skyrim. So,
The world's smallest invisible cake. Blow out the candle, Jason. Good job. Sorry, that was creepy.
it was creepy. So, Skyrim. I've had a lot of extensive time, days, the bloodshot eyes, just the whole 9 yards, I keep a 6-pack of soda right next to my couch. Just sit there chugging it and, dungeon crawling.
Should I call it mead or something?
Mead? Yeah, you could call it mead.
I don't know.
So Skyrim, there's a lot of things that have changed. One of the biggest things that you had a problem with
concerned about
was combat. That has changed. In the old games, combat was kind of clunky. Not clunky. It's
yeah, it was like disconnected.
Yeah, it was disconnected. Yeah,
like you would literally like chop, and it would go like ching 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 like that. It wasn't like it should have been like ching ching, but it was like ching ching ching, whatever. And you're like going back and forth, like stepping back and forth while you do this because it had to complete the animation. It just was pathetic, and that's a good part of the game.
Yeah.
That was my problem.
Combat is a huge part of the game.
As much as I, love the worlds and being able to interact, and I do hate the waiting at night to find whatever, but as much freedom as they gave me, if the combat's not there, that's a good chunk of the game missing. Yep. So
in this one, it's so much better. I sit there, I have a shield, I have a mace, and my strategy is pretty much shield bash, which is you hold the shield button, which is L1, and then you hit the attack button, and then it'll do a shield bash, and then you come over and attack.
That's PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because L1 wouldn't be.
Oh, well,
so anyway.
What is it? Left bumper or left trigger? I don't know.
Well, yeah, but then there's keyboard. But anyway.
And then there's keyboard. Okay, yeah, I play on PlayStation 3. So yeah, that's what I do, and it's definitely more fluid when you hit. You can actually feel the contact when someone hits you and your shield kind of gets interrupted. You stumble back.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, there's a lot more fluid. A lot more funny banter. While fighting.
Okay.
Which is fun. Like okay, run away so that I can stab you in the back.
Okay, well, what other, like, since we're talking about voice acting, kind of, what about the rest of the voice acting?
I enjoy the voice acting, with the exception of some of the Nords sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's just kind of detracting. It just kind of takes you away from it, but it's not so terrible that you're just like I can't stand this. It's well enough, and only a few characters have that kind of.
It's so wonderful to me that they decided. I mean, while Oblivion was the first to do it, right? That had all voice, and like there was no just read it, and right.
I think Oblivion had a lot of reading it, but yeah, there was more voice acting. In this one, it is almost strictly voice acting,
right? Which I think is awesome.
But then again, you have to wait for the whole voice acting to finish.
Well, you can skip it though, right? I mean, if you could read first.
Well, here's a problem with that. If you skip it and if they don't actually physically talk about something, you could miss a quest. So you have to sit there and you have to listen to all of it.
Well, give and take then, but I certainly get tired of just reading.
Yeah, just reading. Yeah.
Hearing like the ambient river in the background or something, and like nothing. Just choose.
So hearing them talk,
that's a lot of work too. I mean, I'm sure you guys must realize, how much depth they have to put in here, whether you use it or not. So that's so many hours of voice acting.
Yes, it is.
It's a feat in itself. Okay, well, what other amazing things are there?
Amazing things? Well, I love the dual wielding. Now instead of, one hand is strictly this and one hand is strictly that, you can have, first of all, when you can put two spells in one hand, so you can have like frost and fire, and shoot them at the same time. Or when you get the upgrade, and you can put 2 fire spells into each hand and like do like a massive fire attack, which just is really cool. You can dual wield one-handed weapons. So I usually have my mace and then like an axe or something. So you just sit there.
So gone is the having to make the hard choice of, do I equip the sword or the magic? And here's the choice of everything else.
You can equip it all. You can have a shield and a spell and just kind of block and then use your spell. You can heal yourself while attacking.
That's the key word for this Morrowind series, and particularly Skyrim, is choice.
Yeah.
Being able to choose. That's awesome. I'm really excited that they have gone the extra mile with this one. Oblivion was a great game.
Yes, it was.
A lot of good response. Yep. Probably critically acclaimed. I haven't done the research on that, but this seems to be so much better. And are we there for dragons yet?
Not just yet. We have to talk about the menu.
Okay.
So let's talk about the menu.
Dragons.
So the menu is changed. What I don't like is when you put on your apparel, when you go to equip things, you don't see your character right there, putting the stuff on. One of the things that I like to do is collect everything, that I can, and then just sit there and, playing dress up with my character.
Yeah, you don't get instant feedback of what that's going to look like.
So you have to back out of the menu, the start menu, or
But they do at least show you, which sword is better, so you don't have to like sit there and try to figure it out.
In the very corner, you'll see like a little green if it's better, or a red number
if
it's bad. So yeah, that definitely helps. And then when you level up, that's another big thing that I enjoy out of this one.
Constellations.
The constellations. First of all, in previous games, you had to decide what kind of character you wanted to be.
Right.
In this one, you don't do that. You don't do that at all.
No more just rogue or just mage or whatever.
Where leveling up relies on you building up on your skills as far as what you've already chosen. This, as long as you keep increasing your skills, you'll increase more of your level up, which is great.
And I still think it's also brilliant that, like, if you try lockpicking and you fail, you still get some experience, so it'll be better next time.
Right.
That's cool.
And the other thing that I love about this is the ability upgrade. You have the constellations, like we've mentioned before. Like destruction is like a palm, and then you have the stars kind of
making that up.
Making that up, and you can apply a skill point to this. Let's say that this one's like Novus destruction. You can use like 25. Using destruction skills is 25% less magic than before.
Okay.
And then up here somewhere is like the dual wielding, which lets you combine the 2 fire spells or lightning spells.
So again, choice and really being able to tailor that.
Right. I came across one glitch that happens every now and then. I understand that you've heard of one.
Right.
The one that I know of is if you let's say you warp to a spot and it puts you like right out front side of a door that you want to go into. What I like to do is I like to use my dash ability, which you can learn later. But you learn the dash, and I like to dash right in and then go in. If I do that, sometimes it crashes. It's like, nope.
That's probably because it's still loading.
Yeah, I think so.
Textures and stuff.
So, but
the game like this,
the one that you heard of was...
What I heard was basically in the menu system, if you press the same button too rapidly to get through the menu, like you already know your choices, so it's just like XXX, it can possibly freeze because you're just I think it's just the level of detail and whatever. You just have to go X X X rather than da da, kind of thing. So.
Well, I'm a da kind of guy.
Me too sometimes. The only other drawback I've ever heard so far is that the AI friendly fire type of situation. Sometimes you can use magic and then someone will be standing too close, and even if they're like on your side helping you kill a dragon,
because you can take
I
on
kind of
like
said dragon.
people.
I'm sorry. They'll immediately turn on you because it's a little bit of splash over or whatever, and instead of having like a oh shit, sorry, and they're like, it's okay, man. And they're like, screw you, I'm gonna kill you.
It's okay, no.
Anyway.
Dragon time yet? But I do like the AI. Not just yet. I do like the AI. I was telling you before about this giant that I was fighting.
Oh yeah.
And I was clever enough to hide behind a rock, with my bow, and I would pop out and shoot him. Well, he was clever enough to say, "Oh, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do that too." So he runs behind a thing, and then if I want to just escape, he's going to chase after me. So I have to kind of like coax him out before I can kill him. So yeah, they're a lot smarter. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Let's talk about dragons.
Okay. Damn.
So yes, you get to fight dragons.
Yeah, the cool thing is that you just come across them too. I mean, I was kind of thinking that it would be like a big boss battle, 20 hours in or something, but they're literally like everywhere.
Well, yes and no. Here's how that. Let me get into the first how we do it, and then I'll explain where they are. Basically, the first time you come across a dragon, you have like a small army attacking it, so you're kind of only doing like a little damage. And then it finally dies and you become a dragon, or you find out you're a dragonborn. The second time I ran into a dragon and was able to defeat it, I don't know if this was a scripted event or not, but the dragon was over there, and then I guess the dragon attacked some people, and the people were attacking the dragon. So by the time I got there to see what was going on, the dragon had already lost a bit of health. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know if that was put in there on purpose, or if that sometimes happens.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Bethesda. They're so good at not letting they're not tipping their hat at whether it was orchestrated or whether it's just organically happened.
And organically, that's a perfect word for it. But yeah, I love that. The third time I met a dragon, I was not prepared. I was not ready for him, but I did do the best that I could. I used all my magic, all my healing, and I used my dash ability to kind of get around the fire, and I attacked, and I got down to so little health. I got him down to so little health. Yeah, I was like so close, like 2 more hits, and then a bear comes out and like mauls me.
That's awesome. That's like the perfect testament to the world happening around you. You never know.
Just a bear pops out of nowhere.
You can't get too deep into things. So.
But yeah, so the way encounters happen is the dragons kind of fly around burial areas. Okay. So the dragons had been buried, but now they're being resurrected, and they fly around there. So if you can avoid the burial areas, and you'll see like a little dragon's head in your navigational window, so you'll know that it's coming up. If you can avoid it, you can avoid the dragon. But, what's the fun? I like running right through and having the dragon chase me, and I can get escape or attack. And
yeah, well, another drawback that I've kind of had with these games is that there's so much traversal, but what I keep hearing is that nobody cares because it's so beautiful.
Yes.
And you can, like, hunt and,
you can hunt. Yeah, you get
butterflies for alchemy.
Oh, yeah, I sit there and I catch butterflies and fireflies. I've yet to catch a dragonfly because they, like, sit there for a second, and right when I grab them, they fly off. I'm like, damn it.
Funny.
Yeah, so even the alchemy's gotten a lot more complex. Yeah, just everything. They've stepped up their game a lot. It just
looks so beautiful.
It does. Oh man, does it? I was in this cavern, and I think I was going to see a king, or I was going to get like a secret of a king or something. And inside the cavern, light had there was opening and light had poured down, so there was like a stream on the bottom and trees growing up right inside the cavern. It was so awesome.
God rays.
So you see them from the top, and then you get down to the bottom. It's like, wow.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, we can keep talking forever, but we highly recommend this.
Yes.
Every one of us that plays this game is going to have a different experience.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. But it's hard to tell what parts are scripted and what parts aren't, and I think that's so great.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Pun intended. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Let us know what you think of Skyrim.
Yes, please. Comments, anything.
How many hours you've put into it, maybe.
Yeah. I've done easily a couple days now. My eyes are bloodshot, and I had to put some eye drops in before I came here.
All right, guys. Follow us on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe. Support us whenever you can.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
yeah. I think I bounced right off of here.
Yeah.
See ya.
Dragons. Oh, I didn't get into the first person, third person thing.
Coming up on our focal point, a little about anime.
Sound check. This is a sound check. Let us know how it sounds.
Second huge embarrassing failure in one day. Lame.
But this is the sound check.
On today's Duel review, I cry. Entertaining.
I screwed up twice, and we've had footage gone away. Boo-hoo, bye.
Yep.
Long story short, today sucks.
But I get free dinner, so.
Yeah. You get to drink my tears.
Ew.
Makes you strong.